Stop. Do not buy an iPhone right now. Seriously, put your wallet away. If you were planning to spend $1,000 on a flagship phone this year, you are about to make a huge financial mistake. Because something is happening in Cupertino that doesn't make sense. Usually, Apple creates a clear gap. They give the rich kids the cool toys, and they give the budget buyers the leftovers. That is how it has always worked. But on February 19, 2026, that hierarchy is going to shatter. The iPhone 17e isn't just an upgrade. It is a total reset. And honestly, it might be the device that makes the Pro models feel like a waste of money for 90% of people watching this video. Let's be real for a second. The iPhone 16e was a disaster. It was Apple being greedy. They stripped away basic features, they throttled the charging speeds, and they gave us a design that looked 5 years old. It was a phone built to force you to upsell. They wanted you to look at it, feel disgusted, and spend extra money on the regular iPhone 16 or the Pro. But the market slapped them back. Sales slumped. Fans complained. The strategy failed. So now, Apple is playing a different card. The revenge card. The iPhone 17e is coming, and based on every leak and industry report we have, this device is over-delivering in a way we haven't seen since the iPhone XR. Let's start with the feature that actually matters to your daily life: power. Last year, Apple insulted us with 7.5-watt wireless charging. In 2025, that was a joke. It took hours to charge. It was practically useless if you were in a hurry. But the 17e is flipping the script. We are looking at full 25-watt wireless charging with complete MagSafe integration. Think about what that means. This isn't just about juice. It's about the lifestyle. You can finally use the magnetic car mounts, the snap-on wallets, the floating standby docks. You get the fast top-ups while you're getting ready for work. Apple is finally unlocking the ecosystem for the entry-level buyer. They are admitting that fast wireless charging isn't a pro feature anymore, it's a basic human right in the smartphone world. If you skipped the 16e because of this, you were right. Your patience just paid off. But speed means nothing if the phone can't connect. And this is where the nerds are going to lose their minds, but the average user will just feel the difference. The iPhone 17e is rumored to debut Apple's custom-built C1X modem. Why does this matter? Because for years, Apple has been relying on other companies for connectivity. Now, they own the stack. The C1X is built for efficiency. We are talking about a phone that holds a signal in a concrete parking garage. A phone that doesn't drain your battery just because you are searching for 5G on a train. This is the invisible luxury. You don't see it on a spec sheet, but you feel it when your FaceTime call doesn't freeze. You feel it when your Instagram story uploads instantly in a crowded stadium. Apple isn't marketing this as a flagship feature, but it is the backbone of the 17e experience. Now, we have to address the elephant in the room. Though look. The status symbol. For the last few years, if you bought the budget iPhone, everyone knew. You had the notch. You had the thick bezels. You looked like you couldn't afford the new one. It was a social signal. With the iPhone 17e, that signal is dead. The notch is gone. The dynamic island is here. This is a masterstroke by Apple. By bringing the dynamic island to the 17e, they have unified the design language across the entire lineup. When your phone is sitting on a table, or when you are pulling it out of your pocket, it looks just like the $1,200 model. You get the live activities, the music waveform, the seamless notification integration. The cheap iPhone stigma is officially over. And for a lot of people, that was the only reason they bought the Pro. They didn't need 3 cameras. They didn't need a titanium frame. They just didn't want to look outdated. The 17e solves that insecurity instantly. Of course, Apple still has to cut corners somewhere. You are still getting a single camera on the back. But ask yourself, when was the last time you actually used your ultra-wide lens? When was the last time you zoomed in 5x and actually posted the photo? For most of us, the main camera is the only camera that matters. And with the A20 chip processing those images, that single lens is going to produce photos that look better than most triple camera Androids. It is quality over quantity. So, let's look at the full picture. You get the modern design with the dynamic island. You get the A20 chip, which is faster than most laptops. You get 25-watt fast MagSafe charging. You get the next-gen C1X connectivity. And you get it all for a price that doesn't require a loan. This phone is dangerous for Apple. It is so good, it might actually hurt sales of their more expensive models. But they don't care. They just want you in the ecosystem. The iPhone 17e isn't just a budget phone. It is a flagship killer made by Apple itself. It is the most logical, rational, and smart purchase you can make in 2026. If you are holding on to an iPhone 11, 12, or even a 13, this is the endgame. February 19th is the date. Do not upgrade until you see this phone. Now I need to know your stance. Is the single camera a deal breaker for you, or do you agree that the dynamic island and MagSafe are enough to make this the best value iPhone ever? Be honest with me in the comments. I want to see the debate. If this video saved you money or hyped you up, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, share this with that one friend who is still using a cracked iPhone XR, and hit the bell icon so you are the first to know when the 17e officially drops. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.